Hiking Iron Mountain number 3. The starting point for the hike is Monte Cristo Campground. To reach it from Interstate 210 in La Cañada, go north on Highway 2, or Angeles Crest Highway, for 9.5 miles. Then continue north on Angeles Forest Highway, or N3, for 10 miles more. Parking is just outside of the campground. The hiking difficulty rating is moderate. The hike begins.
Starting out on the Monte Cristo loop. This will be a loop of Monte Cristo Peak, Iron Mountain, and Rabbit Peak. So there's Rabbit Peak right back there. That should be my last one. We'll see how that goes.
The trail starts after entering the campground.
Approaching on 3 and 23. And I see a little bit of a use trail right here. I'll see if this is the way up. Although it really doesn't look like it. This appears to be the use trail that goes up the ridge. And that'll be Monte Cristo Peak up there.
There is an unmaintained trail continuing up the slope. Shoe prints in the dirt confirmed I was going the right way. The first summit of the day would be Monte Cristo Peak. Approaching the summit.
Approaching the summit of Monte Cristo Peak. Okay, looks to be a false summit. The true summit appears to be straight ahead. And officially approaching the summit. I'm going to say that the high point is that point straight over there. All right, here we go. I proclaimed the high point of Monte Cristo Peak.
On the summit of Monte Cristo Peak.
And victory is only 1/3 sweep because I still got 2 more to go. So there's Iron and there is Rabbit right over there. So from the high point, the course of action is to go down this low ridge and climb back up there towards the road underneath the power lines, and then work my way up to Iron Mountain.
Steady progress led me to the road.
All right, reaching the road.
Getting ready to go up Iron Mountain, when another peak catches my eye.
Walking along the road to the south, and here's the way up to Iron. However, I see another peak over here. Looks like it's not that far away. I could just add that to my day and take care of business. I can still do the other peaks. I like this idea.
Approaching peak 4546 on the fire break. It was actually steeper than it looked and had many loose rocks underfoot. However, progress toward the peak was swift, even with a steep summit push at the end. Approaching the summit.
the summit is reached of this mystery peak. Now I'll head over here to Iron Mountain, right up here. I just had to retrace my steps and then head over to Rabbit over there.
Making a quick return to Iron Mountain Junction. Beginning a rather steep section of trail. It's a long, slow climb up the fire break. Once reaching an upper shelf, the gain starts to lessen. Then I begin approaching the summit. Here's an uncut clip where I reach the summit.
Looks like I made it. Summit. It's the summit of Iron Mountain number 3. And I look off over here. Here's Roundtop, Granite Mountain, and Rabbit Peak over here. Alright, let's check this out. Let's see what's on the high point over here.
Looking to make this summit tag official.
Alright, I think I'm officially here now. And as this is my 3rd peak of the day, I have to say that this is a triple victory is sweet. There it is, there's that marker.
Do I continue to Rabbit Peak as planned, or have plans changed?
Leaving Iron Mountain behind, heading downhill to the northeast. I'm gonna go down to that road and work my way back down.
Adding peak 45-46 earlier seemed to knock me off of my plan a bit. At this point I was contemplating whether or not to continue to Rabbit Peak. Although I was getting closer to it, my mind was made up to simply close out the loop by returning on the road. Then, it was time to make an official announcement. I decided to bypass Rabbit Peak in favor of an Easter visit in the next week. With climbing done for the day, it was a pleasant stroll on the forest roads. Now, to return to the campground. Returning to Monte Cristo Campground. Mission accomplished. The hike in review. From Monte Cristo Campground, the trail accesses the ridge rather quickly on a side-use trail. It continues to the summit of Monte Cristo Peak. On the way to Iron Mountain, I bypassed and knocked off peak 45-42. The steepest part of the hike came later when ascending Iron Mountain number 3. Feeling rather satisfied at that point, I completed the loop by returning along the forest roads.